Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Today Show Detroit. I am Zach Damon, here with the one and only, the performer, the creative director of the Oscar nominated short Freebird, and the host of the Disability Channel's Keeping It Real with Nick Hurd. Nick, welcome to the Today Show Detroit.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you
Oh
for
my gosh.
having me on your show.
Absolutely. It is an extreme pleasure, my friend. Now, you have done so much in your performance career thus far. Do you mind? Because there's so much to cover. Is it okay if we just jump right in?
Oh, yes, go right ahead.
All right. Absolutely. So, again, you've done so much over the years, including, but not limited to, becoming one of the founding members of the L'Arche Toronto's Soul Express program for the past 14 years. And of course, L'Arche Toronto Soul Express is an innovative, creative performance arts program that focuses on developing the talents and skills of artists with intellectual disabilities, which is amazing. And then aside from that, you are an accomplished actor, and you acted in the Toronto Fringe Festival's play called Rare by famous playwright Judith Thompson, where it won Best of the Fringe in 2012. And of course, in 2017, the Rare Company did a play called Wildfire at the Skullpepper Theater, where you discovered your talent as an artist in doing many different things. And of course, you also sold artwork at the Coburg Waterfront Festival with proceeds donated to L'Arche Toronto Soul Express in that program as well. So amazing. And then to top it all off, Nick, you also have a talk show here on the Disability Channel called Keeping It Real with Nick, which is a bio based show in the entertainment and business fields. And you've interviewed some of the Toronto Maple Leafs alumni as well as some of the recent Maple Leaf players. And you're also a committed advocate for those with disabilities. So just an amazing career and background that you have. But I'm curious, Nick, how did you first feel about getting into the arts? And is it what you expected?
Well, for one, I have loved the arts probably since I was really young. When I was like a kid, I used to make books, like the small, tiny books, when I was young. Um, in a public school, I started to create when I was really young, creating books for myself to read and to look at. And now, even though there wasn't that much stuff for me when I was growing up, but now, now I do. And I was, and actually I was just graduating from college when I got the call about the theater program, Soul Express,
Gotcha.
which I got that through someone that I know. Her name, I don't want to reveal her name, but, and I knew someone that got me involved with Soul Express, and then L'Arche, Canada. I knew somebody named Michael McDonald, and I met him about almost 5 years um, through L'Arche, Canada, and we met up in Ireland, Belfast, which I was leading a a drama team from 12 different countries and doing it from
Unbelievable.
across the world. And
Wow.
it's and I played in different Lars homes from previous years. And I I love Lars. Lars is
Oh,
my home.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're a founding, member of the program for the past, 14 years or so. And I'm curious though, what got you involved with Lars early on?
Well, what got me involved in Lars earlier on? Well, for one, I stayed in a when I went to actually when I visited London, England, about 18 years ago. I think they had a like a one of those programs where one community stays in one community, and the other community stays in the other community program. And then I found out that actually, I don't want to reveal the name of the large home, but it was a large home, and that's how it became my home, because now getting involved with large made me realize that I actually stayed in a large home because it was a large home in London, England. It was disco. It was disco something house. Then I realized it was a large home, and that's when I found my love of large. But I never knew about large. But
Okay.
I but I, but I heard about it through Variety Village, and
Mm-hmm.
they knew about large, but I didn't know about large.
Gotcha. And what an amazing contribution you've given back to L'Arche and the program, and of course, the arts, for people with developmental disabilities. I mean, just amazing work. And then you being such, a global traveler is inspiring as well. So you've acted in the Toronto Fringe Festival, as we touched on earlier, in a
Yeah.
play called Rare by famous playwright Judith Thompson, where it won Best of Fringe in 2012. And again, in 2017, the Rare Company did a play called Wildfire at
Or
the Soul Pepper. Yep, at the Soul Pepper Theater. So I'm curious, though, what do you like about theater, and what did you like about sort of the live performance aspect?
well, me, I love theater for one, because one of my favorite musicals is Mamma Mia, Hairspray,
Nice. Yep.
and the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Classic. Classic.
It's a classic film. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I saw that movie, I was, and actually, I knew how to work the VCR at this age, the age of
Right.
at the age of 5 years old,
There we go.
and I knew how to, and I used, and I knew how to work the VCR very well at that age. 'Cause I didn't know what it was, that movie,
Right.
so I put it on anyways.
Oh my goodness.
So that's how
Yeah.
I found my love of musicals.
Mm, my goodness. Yeah. We all remember the old video cassette recorders, VCRs, back in the 80s and 90s there. And just an amazing story. A young 5-year-old, being able to watch that VHS tape and get inspired by a wonderful, wonderful, great show. What a great story, Nick. And you're
Yes.
also a committed, advocate of those with disability. But I wanted to know from you personally, why is it important to advocate for people with disabilities?
Well, it is important to advocate for other disabilities because they have a voice. Every disability has a voice, and they have a right to be heard. And that's what the film Freebird talks about. That we promote the capabilities of each individuals who are different from each other, and that each of us is part of all of us, and we share and we promote that, and we advocate that to other people around the world and internationally.
That is amazing and well said. I mean, people with disabilities, the Disability Channel definitely has a voice. You using your voice and your platform to do that, to speak for others with disabilities that may be hesitant,
And
right?
raise your
Or may,
voice.
yes, absolutely, to raise the voice. Absolutely, I agree. So just amazing, amazing work. Folks, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with actor Nick Hurd.